Hi, my name is Candace, and for my media outreach project, I decided to investigate how music affects our sense of taste. From reading the comments in the discussion page, most people did not know that music was able to affect taste. It is incredible how the auditory and gustatory systems are connected in such a way. The reason I decided to do this project is because I've had family members that have gone through a severe loss of appetite. This was due to an underlying condition. Seeing how skinny and malnourished they were was heartbreaking. When I found out that music can affect appetite, I wanted to apply this information to help others out. For my project, I decided a website would be the best way to convey the information I have found. I decided to break my website up into three categories: the About page, the Mission page, and the Resources page. I wanted to first explain how music affects taste before I went into detail on how they could apply this into their own lives. I decided to first discuss how music and taste were related. I talked about how eating something is a multisensory experience that can involve the auditory system. I was able to describe how the music we hear enters into our ears and travels to the brain. My intention for doing this was so my audience could get some background knowledge of the auditory system. I was able to find research how timbre and the pitch of a sound can be matched with flavor. Crystal and Spence actually mapped sounds with taste. They ended up finding that sounds that were high pitched matched with sour taste, medium pitched sounds matched with salty taste, and low pitched sounds matched with bitter taste. In addition, sweet flavors were mapped to piano sounds because the sound was pleasant to hear. Under my About page, I discuss how music has the capacity to enhance the flavor of a beverage. I chose a study done by Hawk and Hecht that gave the participants the opportunity to choose which song they liked better out of two songs. They gave participants the same exact beverage. When the beverage was paired with the song they chose, they thought it tasted better than drinking it with the song they didn't select. I was also able to find evidence that showed how music was able to impact the flavor of our food. I included a study done by Naomi Zib. She had participants eat two cookies, one with pleasant background music and one with unpleasant background music. It was interesting that the findings showed that most people thought the cookie tasted better with the pleasant background music playing. I recognize that a lot of people are struggling with a severe loss of appetite. Eating is something that is just not very appealing to them anymore. I have seen this with my own eyes, and my mission is to help others going through this. Specifically, I wanted to focus on helping those battling chemotherapy and those suffering from chronic kidney failure. What makes chemotherapy and chronic kidney failure very similar is their major symptom: severe loss of appetite. There are physiological reasons for this. Patients going through chemotherapy are having to deal with metabolic changes that causes no appetite. In addition, those with chronic kidney failure are building up compounds in their body that represses appetite. For my missions page, I decided to create a step-by-step procedure using the knowledge I had gained about music's effect on taste. I created 4 simple steps to the procedure. I thought that a step-by-step procedure would facilitate patients implementing music while eating into their own lives. I hope that patients will benefit from this procedure I have designed. The first 2 steps of this procedure are the following. The first step is to choose music. Based on evidence, you should choose music that is pleasant to you. In addition, you should choose different high pitch, medium pitch, and low pitch music. The second step is choosing different kinds of food that are healthy, choosing some sweet food, salty food, and bitter food. The third step of this procedure is pairing the music with food. People should pair pleasant music with any type of food. Based on my research findings, I also recommended pairing sweet foods with piano music, pairing salty foods with medium pitch music, and pairing bitter foods with low pitch music. And the final step is to see what the results show. When looking back on my website, I felt that I articulated the material in an easy to read manner. I used the research I found and applied it in a way that my readers not familiar with scientific terms could understand. I also included a video that could help my readers connect the information given with a visual demonstration. One of the weaknesses of my project was that I did not really explain what the difference between taste and flavor was. Taste involves the processing of the 5 senses, while flavor involves the overall experience of taking in the 5 senses and the aroma. Another weakness was that I did not explain how the gustatory system works like I did with the auditory system. Overall, I gained so much knowledge about the auditory system and the gustatory system while doing this project. I enjoyed diving deeper into some of the concepts I learned in class. Not only was this a learning experience for me, but I was able to use the information collected to share with others. I hope that my step by step design will help change lives.